If you were alone in the dark 40,000 years ago, the night would not feel empty. It would feel occupied. You would not see the teeth first. You would hear the grass move. That is the part your body remembers. Today, darkness is usually just a room with the lights turned off. A hallway, a bedroom, a street after midnight. You know there is probably nothing there. You know the wall is still a wall, the coat is still a coat, and the sound outside is probably only wind. But your body does not fully believe you. Your eyes search the corners. Your breathing changes. Your skin tightens. Your brain starts making shapes out of shadows. Because for most of human history, a shadow was not just a shadow. It could be a mouth. Long before cities, before doors, before glass windows and electric lights, your ancestors lived inside a world that changed personality after sunset. During the day, humans could walk, track, gather, hunt, and read the land. They could see footprints. They could see birds lifting from trees. They could see danger coming. At night, the same world became harder to understand. The open ground disappeared. Trees became black walls. Rocks became crouching animals. A harmless branch could look like a claw. A real predator could look like nothing at all. And humans were not built like the strongest animals in that darkness. Your ancestors did not have the claws of a lion, the teeth of a hyena, the nose of a wolf, or the night vision of a hunting cat. They were clever. They were social. They could throw, remember, plan, and warn each other. But alone, at night, in the wrong place, cleverness could arrive too late. This is why fear of the dark may be one of the oldest alarms inside you. Not because darkness itself was dangerous, but because darkness removed information. It took away distance. It took away detail. It turned the world into a guessing game where one wrong guess could end a bloodline. Imagine a small band of ancient humans near a cave mouth. The fire is low. Children are asleep. Meat scraps are buried under ash. Outside, the cold air carries smells that humans cannot read as well as other animals can. Then the fire cracks. Everyone freezes. No one says a word. Because silence was not weakness. Silence was a survival tool. A sound in the dark had to be sorted fast. Was it wind? Was it a deer? Was it another human group? Was it a hyena waiting for bones? Was it a lion testing the edge of the firelight? The answer mattered. For ancient humans, fear was not an embarrassment. Fear was a technology. It made your body listen before your mind had proof. It pushed your eyes toward movement. It tightened your muscles. It made you stay near the group, near the fire, near the wall of the cave, where danger had fewer directions to come from. The strange part is that darkness did not need to contain a predator every night to shape the human mind. It only needed to contain one sometimes. Evolution does not reward the calm ancestor who ignored the bushes and slept alone because he wanted to be rational. It rewards the nervous ancestor who woke up, moved closer to the fire, and survived long enough to have children. So the brain became biased. Better to mistake a branch for a snake than a snake for a branch. Better to wake the tribe for nothing than stay quiet for the one thing. Better to see a monster once in a shadow than fail to see the real eyes watching from the grass. That bias is still with you. It is why darkness feels full even when it is empty. Your brain is not only seeing what is there, it is predicting what could be there. And then humans changed the night. They learned to keep fire. Fire was more than warmth. It was a boundary. A circle of orange light that told the darkness where to stop. It made eyes shine outside the camp. It made food softer and safer. It made caves feel less like holes and more like homes. Around fire, humans could do something almost impossible in the ancient world. They could relax after sunset. Not completely, never completely, but enough to sit together, enough to feed children, enough to share warnings, memories, and stories about what happened beyond the light. And those stories mattered. A child who heard that the riverbank was dangerous after dark did not need to be attacked to learn. A young hunter who heard about glowing eyes near the rocks carried that warning into his own body. Fear became portable. The tribe could pass danger from one mind to another before the danger appeared. This may be one reason humans became such powerful storytellers. The dark created a problem. Fire created a stage. Fear gave the story a purpose. But there was a darker twist. The night did not only bring animals, it also brought other humans. In a world without police, borders, phones, or locked doors, a strange group in the dark could be as dangerous as any predator. Food could be stolen. Children could be taken. A sleeping camp could be attacked before anyone understood what was happening. So your ancestors did not only fear claws, they feared footsteps. They feared whispers beyond the fire. They feared being alone, because alone meant no witnesses, no help, no one to hear the first sound and wake the others. This is why the ancient solution was not simply bravery, it was belonging. The safest place was rarely the strongest body, it was the group. The sleeping circle, the shared fire, the elder listening near the cave wall, the child tucked between adults, the person on the edge watching the darkness so everyone else could rest. That is the emotional center of this story. Fear of the dark was never only about monsters, it was about losing the human shield. When you were inside the circle, the night was still dangerous, but you were not facing it alone. Outside the circle, the same darkness became enormous. Today, you can press a switch and erase the shadows. You can lock a door. You can check your phone. You can tell yourself that fear is irrational. But your body is older than your house. A sudden sound at night still travels through ancient pathways. Your eyes still search for faces in black corners. Your imagination still fills the unseen space because your ancestors lived in a world where the unseen space could move. So maybe you are not afraid of the dark because you are weak. Maybe you are afraid because a long line of survivors before you listened carefully when the light disappeared. They heard the grass move. They stayed near the fire. They lived. And somewhere inside you, that old alarm is still burning.